There we have it, ladies and gents. Welcome to this Friday cast. My name's Insanity, and this time it is the Telialigaen Spring Split. Third round this time around as well. Division 3 Group A, we're still in the same group. That is also the reason why I'm casting this. Elefantus Gigantus versus Supermen. So far, Elefantus Gigantus, they're going to be looking to secure their first spot on the group. They're one match behind the likes of Sura and Grip. And we're just going to get the knife out of the way. Gigantus picking that one up. Going to be able to pick sides here. We do have Train, followed by Overpass. Quite entertaining. Not a map I do get to cast too often, the good old Train. Overpass, of course, being a bit more common. Already sounds to have been called out. We do hear the E-bot. We're going to get straight into it. So yes, Elefantus Gigantus, they're the only team that have the possibility of going 3-0 within the first 3 rounds. All other teams have either gone 2-1 or, well, 2 win, 1 tie, or just 2 wins, 1 loss, etc. It's quite a big one already. We are early on in the season though, but Elefantus Gigantus, they're going to be looking to pick this up. And they're going to be looking for that first spot. Supermen, well, with a win here, they're going to be going a bit further up in the group. There's no doubt about that. We're going to get straight off here, pissed around. aggression towards the B-bomb side from the terrorist squad, but the bomb seemed to be going Ivy. Endgame here seems to be a bit of an A-split through Pop, and that seems to be going out here. Dalheim going to be pushing out from the main area. The question is, what can he find? Glock going to be deadly up and close. Combo finding one. Cooler trading out. Dalheim finding one. Can he find the second? Doesn't so far. Trades going out left, right, center. Shibu with 3 HP. TTG. Full health. There's going to be a lot of pressure onto him here. TTG, can he find a frag? Doesn't so far. Just takes a lot of damage. Looks for a frag here. Finds it. Kumba goes down. Bomb has gone down. N-Hop, he's going to be ready for this connector player. And at that point, we do have 2 very low CT players. Dalheim. Used the shots. Finds the frag onto Shibi. Pistol will go in the way of Supermen. They're going to be happy with that. T-pistol on D-Train. Probably one of the, well, most important pistol rounds, I would argue. It's a map where picking up that pistol round, well, it can change the course of the game, making it a bit more easy on the T side. Maybe even get yourselves some momentum. Alright. That being said, CT side here opting for the good old eco. We do have a Deagle here on DTG. Don't know too much about these players. DTG is the only one I've actually played with. Only once though. More of a slow around here. The SMG is going to be looking for some info here for Supermen. Bomb appears to be going towards the B-bomb site. At least a lot of presence down in the white holes and brown holes area. Shibis are just going to be spotting it. Doesn't really have a gun to fight, especially not up close and personal. Need those ranged guns. The rotations are coming in though. 5 players towards the B-bomb site. Inner hit is going to come down. Here comes the utility. Full smokes, full execute. DTG is going to be smoked out. Question is, can you find a frag with that Deagle? Finds one. Dalheim goes down. Looks for a second. Can he find it? Finds the second onto Sodom. Looks for a third here. He does find the connection with the bullet. No headshot though. Kumba, he's going to be close in the smoke. Even gone into the connector control. They're not going to be expecting this. Look for one. Finds one. Looks for a second. Doesn't find it. Has to fall back low on HP. The bomb is slowly ticking down. Kumba still going to be a thorn here. Swings. Distracts. Finds another frag for himself. And hop up on the higher ground there. Finding 2 frags for himself. Superman up to 2. They do lose a few guns. Nothing too crucial. The CDs don't manage to save anything. DTG with quite some good deagle shots there. Actually connecting quite a few of them. Only one of them being a headshot though, but manages to find 2 kills. Gigantus here. Going to be opting for a couple of deagles. Not full committing here. They want the orbs, they want the utility. Can't blame them. Ivy has been cleared, but the A push is commencing. Sodom going to be going deep. Cryptic finding quote. Combo finding Cryptic. Sodom. Well, Hogan, he misses his spray, or his bullets more so. Maybe finding Sodom though eventually. Kumba being traded out as well. DTG again with the Deagle. Finding damage of anything else. He's forced out in the open. Dalheim with the spray down. Rough, but he finds the frag. DTG to go down. 3 on the board for Superman. Boy, coming up here, we're going to be seeing ops. We're going to be seeing full utility. Actually opting for the double op here. Hogan, DTG both with the op. Not very uncommon on D-Train. It is, then again, very expensive. Needs to pay off. We do have the first full buy here, though. We also see an AWP over on Kumba on the T side. G finding the frag on Kumba, and that's the AWP gone. The question is, will they try and retrieve it? So far it appears so. DTG finding some damage through the wall there. Bit of a cheeky double peek. Cooler though, finding 2 of them. N-Hop and Sodom goes down. At this point it's only Dalheim who took the bullet in main, as well as Quota. Up on the side here, finding one. Looks for the second, finds the second. Cryptic and Cooler goes down. Half HP his name though. Shibi takes a lot of damage. Wanted to go out. Continuously falling down, finds the frag onto Dalheim. That's going to be the bomb secured. And that's all up to Quota. Half HP. What can he find out? Looks for more. Oh, doesn't matter. Hogan with the AWP. Gigantus picks up their first round. They're finally on the board. Managing to survive with both the AWPs as well. I'm going to be happy with that. Only losing 2 players, I think that's very acceptable. Bit of a whiffed trade potential on the Ivy player. Losing 2 players there. Not what you'd like to see, but... well, they make it work. They do have that first on the board. From now on, it's all about chaining those rounds. Supermen actually opting to go for just a few upgraded pistol, nothing too fancy. They didn't have the money for the utility nor the full buy that they wanted. That's a decision made on their end. Utility, well, it's only 1 damage. Nothing too important. With the lack of investment here from the T lineup, these are one of those rounds where Gigantus, well, maybe they can lose 1 player, but they shouldn't lose more than that. If they do, all of a sudden, the economy is going to start to take a big hit for the CT lineup. Inner bomb site looks to be under threat as the bomb does fall back to Pop Dog. Goomba holding the Ivy anchor with a deagle. Does anyone walk into it? So far, the answer is no. Flash play, double peek as well. No info to be gained. Another flash play. Info has been gained. They find the 2 players. At the same time, they're only a distraction because here comes the players down. Shibi, the timing not in his favor. He needs to swing back. If not, they're going to run past, and they're past. They're on site. Shibi now decides to peek, but now it's too late. Gets flanked. Gets a bit timed there. That's the 1 player. Can't afford to lose anything else now. TKG finds 1. Third one finds 1. Looks for the second, doesn't find him. And finally, the players do end up going down. Orb has been secured again by Gigantus. Supermen, they find a frag, actually finding 2 frags and a bomb plant. They're going to be happy with that. One could argue that the second player dying for Gigantus, not optimal, giving away that AK and just, yeah, allowing it to do a bit more damage than it perhaps should have. That being said, though, they still get that second on the board. They're going to be happy with that. It's all about these buy rounds, how they counter that, chaining the rounds. Supermen looking fairly strong early on, playing a very split style, as you pretty much have to on higher level train. Up to a certain point, pushing straight out main or something like that could work. And I'm not saying it couldn't work here, but at least a lot more risky against higher end teams. Full buy, we're waiting for that last player to connect, having some technical issues. And when, well, when CS and Steam Network isn't on your side, things can take a bit longer than they need to. If it was a full restart on CS, he needs to manage to get a connection up to the Steam Network before rejoining. Might be in a bit of an extended pause here, but should be live very shortly. Hopefully at least. There we go. Alright, on for a second. And off he goes. Hopefully these technical issues don't lead to any tilt or unnecessary, well, unnecessary bad moods in the team. It is just what happens. You can't really do too much about it. Better to happen this early on than when you start getting into the flow of things. 5 players now on the server. Kumba as well has a good spawn here if he opts for an AWP. AWPs on the city side, well, they're not the same. Kumba not opting for the AWP though. A bit of a weird play. If Enops buys it here, that's very strange. He does. This should have been traded over. Kumba with the best spawn. Especially if your plan is to peek anything in main related. If your plan is to take Ivy control or B control, then spawn's arguably not that important. That main peek for the cross to electric, you definitely need a good spawn, which Kumba has. But nevertheless, Supermen, they do opt to not do that. The countdown has started. We're going to go into the 6th round so far of the map. It's all going to come down to these buy rounds. The first real buy round, you could say here. They did have one similar a few rounds back. Here comes the aggression out main. Let's see how Gigantus deals with it. So far, Hogan is going to pick up and hop into main. Goes continuously aggressive. So does Kula. He's just going to support him. Quota. Looks to take a nade to the face. Lucky that that passes the corner. Only 17 health to his name. Hogan very aggressive with the AWP here. Finds Quota eventually. Dalheim fighting Shibi off the flank and pop. Has to fall back though. Bomb is main. Kula, are you expecting the Olaf push? Well, you're not. Sodom finds that frag. At that point though, he is rather trapped. Cryptic finding the frag. And that should be DTG to end that round. 3-3. Well, they did attempt what I was mentioning, the tempo into main. They get shut down by utility. Hogan going aggressive, being supported by Kula off on the hell side. And the push pretty much just completely stops. Gets picked apart. Well played. Well, very well played from the CT side. Gotta say, utility being on point, especially. I enjoy seeing the support from Kula there, being ready to support Hogan when he went, some would argue, maybe a bit too aggressive, but it worked, so I don't think anyone would be too mad with that. CTG finds one, looks for more. Misses the second bullet, gets taken by Kumba. Finds the frag. Shibi with the MP9, going to be playing up close. And up goes down. Shibi farming cash with that MP9. Continuing the push. Expects one in the smoke, sprays it, Quota goes down. Only Dalheim left, smoke to go out. Shibi to go close. And finds the frag, that should be the bomb defused. And we have 4 on the board. Only losing a singular player. All to be saved. They're going to be happy with that. Shibi as well. Only losing an MP9 pretty much throughout that round. That's nice. And they're going to be happy with that. Starting to build a bit of bank. Supermen. Now though, comes another buy. What do they have in store this time? Another brute force? Or are they going to be opting for the more, well, one could argue, traditional path of finding trades? Flanking. Figuring out where you want to put the pressure and then force an over-rotate. Kula aggressive. Finds the first, looks for the second, doesn't find it. Sodom finds a trade. Risky play from Gigantus. They finds one. TTG with the mold. End up finding one, finding two. Cryptic through the smoke. Finds Dan Hop. Shibi, he's going to be on the flank here. Are they expecting such a quick pop push? Maybe not. Cryptic finding another one. Dalheim, solo player left. He's going to go down the Olaf way, down to hell. Find the frag onto Cryptic, and he does. The question is, does he expect Shibi so aggressive? Shibi shoots. Dalheim doesn't react to it. Still with the bomb in his hand. Does go down. 5 on the board to Elefantus Gigantus. What a name. At any rate, they're going to be happy with that. They did lose quite a few guns. Loss bonus should be max hit for the T side. It is indeed. Could start just forcing up, especially if they see a bit of a chip in the economy. Make the CTs lose that way. Same utility being put out. Fairly default setup here. Hogan finds one. Might swing for more. He does. Stalin finding one. Cryptic finding one. Hogan finding the second. Eventually Cool as well finding one. And Cryptic finding the second for the round. Very quick, very efficient. 6 on the board. Only losing one player. They're going to be very, very happy with that. Granted, that wasn't up as far as I'm aware. But Hogan, he has 10k. You can just rebuy that. Pistol buys here. Deagles. A couple of utility pieces. I wouldn't be surprised to see a quick B here. Maybe even a quick Ivy. Be some form of a B contact. Info play from the CT lineup. They're going to find some Ivy control. Here comes the utility, but unless they're going down pop, that's fake. Now they're going down pop. Here comes the A push. A split from pop. Valheim, he's up close personal. He finds Hogan. DTG is also going down. That's both the ops. Shibi from the flank. Finds one, looks for more. Doesn't find anything. Actually manages to find a second, my bad. Kumba finding two though. And all of a sudden it's all up to Cryptic. And he gets flanked. Dalheim, well, make sure that that fourth round goes on the board for Supermen. We should have another full buy here. There should be the money for it. The pure disrespect. The close P250 down into the sandwich area. It wasn't expected. And Kumba just cleaning house as well. And Hope being fat and blocking them in the door. We've all been there. It happens to the best of us. Well, again, it's a full buy here from the CT lineup, but this is, should they lose a lot of guns or even lose the round, I mean, you're looking at a very skimpy buy or even a, well, even an eco at this point, which is not optimal. And Hop finds damage. Shibi, are you expecting this? He does. Sodom goes down. Push as well. Shibi ready for it. And Hop finds... finds his grave, I suppose. Dalheim, Quota, finds one each. Kumba misses his shot all alone. Does find DTG. It's all about damage. If he can get the bomb, even better. Hogan. The info has been given. Another nade come out. And that is a Kobe. Kula finds the frag onto Kumba. Only surviving with 2 guns though. Losing an AWP, losing 2 M4s. Definitely gonna notice that in their economy. Dalheim with 8k, Kumba with 6.7. They could arguably force here. Maybe just opt for some deagles, if anything. Continue this damage. If they can keep the money this low, their next buy is going to look extremely good. Slow around this time. Just taking the Ivy control. Maybe expecting another Ivy aggression, but it's not coming. Not so far anyway. TTG with the Zeus. Not like this. Not like this. Still out finding one. Completely white though. A lot of utility being used here. Dalheim actually finding cool eventually. And Hop has the info. Finds the damage, finds the kill. Cryptics to go down. Quota has the info. Finds DTG off in the pop area. Player advantage here for the T lineup. Hohen also goes down to Kumba. It does not manage to pick up the gun, but it's a 3v1 and Shibi only has an MP9. That's a rough getaway. The question is he going for this? He probably should. If this is a loss, then Elefantus Gigantus is there all of a sudden in an eco situation. And Superman, they've picked up 2 M4s here. Well, getting shot from all over the place. Superman picking up 5. That's going to be an eco. And the money situation for Gigantus, that's going to be horrible for the remainder of this half. On the other side, though, Superman managing to pick up 2 M4s as well as the round. Going to be happy with their money. We see Dalheim, we see Quota. Over 5k both of them. Dalheim close to 7. Their money situation is going to be good regardless. And, oh, we do see a B stack coming in here. CT's dire straits. They're going to gamble a bit. Probably just a full B push and then rotate back to A. Or just continue pushing. Continue pushing appears to be the option. And Hop finds one. At this point, should have info that it's an aggressive B. Or at least some aggression towards B. That's going to prompt the rest of the team to exit. And Hop finds the second. Looks for a third. And finds the third. Cryptic Hogan both goes down. Sodom off on the side. Finds Shibi Kula with the 5-7. He's going to be looking to at least grab a gun. I think doing major damage is pretty much off the table at this point. It's all about finding an AK if he can. Easier said than done, of course. No Kevlar aim punch is going to be a major factor here. Bomb is indeed ticking down. We're going to be seeing 6 on the board here for Supermen. They're going to be happy with this half. Getting 6 rounds on train is more than passable on the T side. Again, this is Gigantus' map pick, and somewhat strange that they're... Well, you could say they're getting a bit unlucky as well, but... Well, they're not really dealing with that hyper-aggression out main. I was mentioning it earlier. Normally that doesn't work against higher-end teams, but... It does apparently work against Gigantus for the time being, at least. Again, we see deagles, we see a couple of flashes. Nothing too special here on the CT side. Terra side as well, they have everything they want. Bulba finds a frag on Shibi. Sodom finds Cool off of the flank on Ivy. Gonna be cutting the rotation. Bomb should be going towards the B bomb site, as it appears. We do see number 7 and Hop coming with a bomb through white holes. That molly should be the clue that B is the target. More mollies to cut the rotation. Supermen, they just need to not give away guns at this point. Bomb is going to go down. Goomba finds Hogan. Following up the flank. Finds Cryptic. And at this point, it's all about DTG. Sodom, are you expecting this? Yes, you are. Whipping the spray, but finding it eventually. Finds the frag onto DTG. 7-7. Statistically speaking, Superman has won the half. Numerically, though, it's all going to come down to this. We see a scout, we see an AWP, double M4, triple M4, actually. Alright utility. Nothing too massive. They do have a couple of mollies, at least for the main control. Double AWP now for Superman. We might see a very passive round coming in from the T side here. Again with the frag onto Shibi. Shibi does tag him, but it's only a scout. Kumba. Trigger control. Finds the frag onto DAG. That is some superb trigger control on the jiggle. Here comes the utility. CT side has been cut off from the site. Rotation, including the bomb, is on its way. Or they should be expecting Sodom. This push was done last time as well. He does find a frag on the Cryptic. Looks for more. Does get taken out. Kula finding the trade. 2-player retake. 2v4. That is a rough situation to be in. Kumba going up high. Sees the player. Finds a frag onto Hogan. At this point, is only Kula left. Darline finding him. 8 on the board for Superman. Going to be taking this half rather convincingly on Gigantus' pick. Looking very strong indeed. 8-7. Second pistol round coming straight up. First one did indeed go to Superman. And at this point, I think it's fair to say, Gigantus, they do need to pick up that pistol round. If not, it's going to be a very, very tough road ahead. Just waiting for the readies to come in. The E-bot starts to count down. That should be our clue. We're going into the second half. Ladies and gents, it is the Telialigaen 2021 Spring Split. Third round. We are, of course, looking at Division 3 Group A. Supermen, they want to make an impact here. They want to start getting a bit higher up on the group. Gigantus, they are looking to take the first spot in the group, but so far, struggling against Supermen. Good teams on either side here. For any supporters of Sierra and Grep, which I've been casting from this group previously, they definitely want Superman to pick up both maps, I believe. Here comes the push. Kumba finds one. Takes a while. Are they expecting him up on the side here? No, they don't. Darline finds one, finds two. What a clever little play. He's just hiding. He looks for the third. Doesn't find it so far. Now he is trapped though. It's all going to come down to the aim. Shibi finding the frag. It is a 2v2. Shibi low. What a genius play. Just sit on top of the bomb site. I gotta try that once. That looked just insane. It is a place you don't normally check unless you go higher. Bomb has gone down 2v2. Shibi looks for the frag. Finds it. And hop. Goes down. Quota. Looks for frags here. Finds it eventually. Does not have a kit. Molly goes out. No kit. Manages to find one. Smoke to go down. He sticks it. Can he find it? He does. Not like this. Superman. 9 on the board. Takes out Cryptic eventually. Just to put some extra salt into the wound. Oh, not like this. Not like this. That's rough. That's rough. But we did see a bomb. Are we going to see a force here from the T lineup? So far, no. CTs, they're going to be buying up. Of course, they did win it. A couple of buys there. Shibi finds a scout. Looking to do some damage. Keep the CT economy very modest. I think Supermen are going to be surprised about that. Finding a frag like that. Kumba tagging. End up finding the frag. Kumba finding a second one in towards the pop control. Scout has just made its way. Shibi has it. Quota finding a lot of damage. Doesn't find any frag so far. Clustered in towards the main control here. Kuma finds one. Looks for a second. Finds the second. Can he find a third? He does, and that is actually the fourth for his... or in this round, rather. He got the first frag in towards the pop area. A bit of a quad kill with the MP9. That's going to be farming quite a bit of money. You can see him already up to 6 grand. But here comes the buy. We do have 5 AKs up against a couple of FAMASs, a Scout MP9. The firepower definitely on the side of Gigantus hit. Slower around. Counter utility come out through main. Does look like 8 presence is at least the plan here. Hogan has input. Doesn't matter. Kuma finds the frag. Quota holding the cross finds one as well. So far trading in the advantage of Superman. The DTG off the side finds one. Finds the second. Deadly with that AK. Looks for the third. Does find it. Kumba goes down, and all of a sudden this round is all but over. Dalheim off the flank, gonna come old bomb train with a FAMAS. And it's all about damage. Finding an AK. I don't think saving the round is really an option anymore. Actually might find a bit of a sneaky timing hit. Dalheim off the flank. Here's to reload. Finds the frag. Finds the frag onto pop. 1v1. Dalheim. Hogan. Hogan low. Dalheim as well. 48. Pretty much one bullet here to kill Hogan. All of a sudden, 40 seconds on the clock. Hogan opting to go for the A site. Finds the bullet onto Dalheim. 3 HP to his name. Gigantus, they're going to find the round. It did cost them, but they are CT or T side. They can't afford low tier equipment. That being said, though, Superman, they're going to be buying here. We do see a couple of M4s. We do see an AWP onto Kumba. Orgon and Hop. The only one is Sodom with a FAMAS. Then again, a FAMAS can always do damage, as we saw in the previous round. Darling almost making it work. Finding those 2 quick frags. Just barely not finding that last die. Again, aggression here. Just looking for the yard control. Dalheim catches Shibi with his knife out, or flash rather. I feel that's a bit undisciplined right there, but easier said than done. Swing wide. Quota finds one. DTG finds one. And off the flank finds one. Looks for the second. Finds the second. All of a sudden, it's all up to Cryptic with a Namak 10 from the pop area. That's going to be a rough part to be in. Might find the initial frag here, but other than that, I don't see that coming. He does find that initial frag, but does get taken down eventually by Dalheim. 11 on the board for Supermen. Money in dire needs at Gigantus' side. It's not looking too great on the CT side either, but at this point, there are 3 rounds ahead. Not the same pressure as there is on the Elefantus Gigantus lineup. comes the B here. It would appear very quick. White holds control of anything. But there are only 2 of them. The rest are towards A. Maybe just looking to burn some utility at this point. Doesn't find a lot of infight. No pop control so far. Kumba playing it defensively, but they might not expect that Dalheim is actually up close to that. And help with some infight. Doesn't find the spray. Eventually, though, manages to take that cooler. Looking rough and messy. Sodom finding one. Dalheim finding one. Kumba finding one. Pretty much in team ace to this point. Kumba ready for the swing. Does not find it. Flashing off the angle. Re-peeking, I would imagine. And Sodom finding that second frag of the round. Bringing it up to 12. Supermen only losing 1 player there. Looking very strong. Wasn't invested heavily on the T side, though. That investment is going to come right now. 4 AKs and an AWP. Opting for that AWP. Heaven, can he find the initial frag? Gets flashed off and mollied off the angle. So far, the answer is no. Some damage with a nade. Cooler down to actually a 1-tap with an M4 at this point. That might prove important. I gotta say though, despite this being the pick of Gigantus, I'm not seeing too much that is looking too convincing. Shibi through the smoke finds the timing, quota goes down. Cooler finds Sodom. And hold the flank though, finds one. Looks like the sec doesn't find it. But Kuma finds the frag. But Cryptic Event, he trades it out. Dalheim. Well, you almost did a 1v3 this time, or last time. This time it's only a 1v2, but the bomb has been planted. And the moment I criticize Gigantus for not really having a game plan, they show me wrong. End up picking up the round. Or at least heavily looking strong in the round, if anything. Dalheim, he knows he needs to find these fights before he even tries the bomb. There's no point just faking it. Cryptic, you're going to be very ready for this. Finds the frag. Dalheim goes down. 9 on the board for Gigantus. Looking for those double digits. Picking up an ult for his effort as well. Money not looking too hot here for Superman. 2 down to 2k. We're going to be seeing a couple of eagles being dropped around. Opting to not invest too much into this round. Probably a smart choice. Gigantus there going to be fully investing into the round. That being said though, that also going to make them look a bit vulnerable. In the sense of losing guns. But of course, at this point, they're just going to be looking for that momentum. Looking to close the gap in the rounds. Shibi finding 1, Shibi finding 2. Kula going to be finding 1 here. Looking for the second, finds the second. All of a sudden, Dalheim once again very much alone. He does find a frag onto Cryptic. Shibi gets mad and takes his head off. 10 to 12. Double digits on either side. We might even see another pistol buy here. There's not enough for utility. And all of a sudden, momentum slightly shifting. Well, as I said that, here comes the buy. I still want to say though, momentum has started to shift. Let's take a bit of a look on the scoreboard here. You can see Howen. He is not too hot at the moment. Sodom, Quota, and Hop also needs to take a bit of a leap up. They want to be on the same page. Kumba again with the AWP. Finds the damage, doesn't find the frag. That's an 80-point damage shot. It's going to be very, very vulnerable to nades. Even pistols at this point. So, he does take a nade to his face. He does find some info of it. Shibi was on the losing end of this duel quite a lot of times. On the roll for reverse. Kula finds frag onto N-Hop. Just picking it dry. Sodom going to be playing close. Finds damage. Doesn't find a frag, just finds a lot of damage. Cool up. To go out. All of a sudden, Gigantus seems to have a bit more of a plan, just picking apart the Supermen lineup. Cryptic expecting Kumba on the flank, and Telialigaen in the old familiar position of being the last alive. Supermen, they've been looking so strong for so long. Is it here they start to wave up? Would appear so. She'd be baiting Telialigaen down. Finds the frag eventually. 11 to 12. Only one round to separate the teams. We're going to be seeing another eco here coming out from the CT lineup. All of a sudden, momentum has shifted. Money starting to be built up here by the T lineup as well. Hogan finds quota. Kumba finds some damage. No frag out. Cooler to exit. Finds the first frag from Kumba. Finds Totem. And up finds a frag for himself out. Needs more than that. They're going to make this round viable. Kobe and Hop goes down. Bomb to be planted as well. And again, we have this going on. Small aim off the flank. Gets killed. 12-12. Even scoreline. Even match, I gotta say. Gigantus looked rather weak coming into this T side, but well, they're starting to take more and more control. Maybe it's just confidence that they needed or momentum, but so far, Bleed's looking strong. Supermen, well, they seem to have a grasp on how to hold Gigantus outside of yard, but so far it seems the tables have turned. Float up, finds Cryptic early frag lead here. Shibi finding Telialigaen though. End up is going to be playing close. Finds a frag onto Hogan. Hogan is all alone. Bomb is going B. But this is Shibi. He's very, very deep here. Going to be having a lot of info. Calling to DKG that it is indeed clear. DKJ finding one. Shibi finding one. All of a sudden, the player lead diminishes. Kumba finds a trade. It's a 2-2. DTJ. Some more. You can find it. Cooler finds Kumba though. Enhop finds Cooler. And Enhop finds DTJ. And all of a sudden, around to Superman. Bringing it up to 13. Inching back into the lead. It's going to be a rough round for them though. They did lose every gun except that one. Whereas the T side, well, they have all the money in the world. They can buy whatever they want. That's going to be reflected here as well. Cryptic's the only one with low cash. The rest of them could gladly buy another team should they want. Well, another buy. We do see a total of 3 for Masses though. That might prove very important. Cryptic then taken down. Full aggression. Quota finds one. Kumba looks for more with the AWP. Finds one. Also finds some info. Tries to wallbang the E-box. GB is low on health. Hogan finds Southern. Hogan finds Quota. All of a sudden, Hogan making it on his own. It is a 2v2. The site has pretty much been left open at this point. We do have a connected player. We do have a player coming all bomb train. Telialigaen. The timing is on his side. Able to cross the all train without being spotted so far. And it slides down. 1 minute on the clock. Hogan, 11 HP. Shibi, 46. Kumba holding this very defensively. Pretty much opting to give up the side here. Hogan, he is holding the Ivy. And the question is, does Telialigaen eventually rotate into that crosshair? Bomb to be retrieved. Telialigaen, he sees him. He sees him sitting with the AWP. Thinks better of it. Probably a smart choice that. Hogan trying to show some trigger discipline. Working up against him, but does find the infight. Should be easier to find that frag. Dahlheim, it's all down to the timing. It's all down to the timing. He knows there's a player hell. He swings it, finds the frag. Hogan goes down. One player alive. Dahlheim looks for the fight. Dahlheim wins the fight. Shibi to go down. 14 on the board for Supermen. Double up here picked up as well. They're going to be happy with that. Another expensive round, but at this point, Supermen, they're just picking up these rounds. And it doesn't matter if they have FAMASs. Apparently making them work fantastically. Dahlheim being very patient off of the side there. Finding 2 frags in the latter end of that round. 12 to 14. Supermen going to be looking to get this to 15. Gigantus at this point pretty much can buy throughout the game. Money shouldn't be too much of an issue for them unless they want to overspend on the ops. They should have some loss bonus at this point. And it's only double loss bonus. Might actually be in some trouble should they lose this round. Hogan with the spawn. Shibi being taken down by Kumba off on the B-bomb site. Okay. Go TV, not liking it, apparently. Looking to control pop area. Counter molly from the CT. Kula being slowed down. Timing is now gone. Hogan finds the back of Anaheim, making it 4v4. They do have a player in pop. Might prove to be crucial. DTJ. Gonna be looking to fake the B. Rotations have actually been pulled. Kula and Quota gonna be holding the flanks. Sodom finds one. Cryptic turns. Flex finds Sodom. They're looking to deal with the pop area, but pop is buying some very crucial time for the rotation. Yes, they may have the info. Hogan even gets dinged from that side. He's going to be holding deep Ivy. Is he going to find that frag? That is the question so far. Kumba showing too much discipline. Time is running down. Hogan now on the wider flank. Finds the frag onto Kumba. 15 seconds on the board. Bomb to be picked up and planted. DTG is going to be ready for this flank. Spotted the player. Swings wide. Photo goes down. Dahlheim. 2 low players. DTG also quite low. Finds one. DTJ is the only player with health. Dahlheim to go up. Knows there's probably a player hell. Is he expecting one sandwich? Sandwich to go down. Cryptic. Low HP. Dahlheim finding Cryptic as well. Finishing the round off with a hat-trick, and all of a sudden it's 15 on the board here for Superman. Gigantus, they're losing a 3v1. Granted, all players were low, but... well, I think they're going to be very upset with that one. Something they're going to have to watch and repeat. Figure out what they could have done differently. Full buy from either side here now again. Should be looking strong. An MP9 granted on NHOP. But other than that, we're looking good. Supermen, they're going to be looking for the good old 16 on map 1. Gigantus, they do have a job to do if they want to take this one all the way to OT. Another slowish round. Utility just being traded out. Cryptic, Shibi, both low in regards to an M4. Frags all over the place. NHOP going to be taking main control. Sodom, he's ready for this. Doesn't find the frag, no, but finds the infight. B looks to be the target. Dahlheim, sole defender. Utility guy finds one frag, looks for more. Finds the second, looks for the third. Finds the third. Dahlheim with the hat-trick. All of a sudden, Kula on his own map pick. Very much alone. 1v5. That's a tough rough ahead. Finds one, needs 4 more. Finds the second on NHOP. What a tap. Looks for the third. Doesn't find a quota to finish it out. Supermen take the first map 16 to 12. We're moving on to D overpass. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. Good show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. We've been dancing all night long, right here with you way too long. Don't want nothing here or now, but I'm done waiting, done wasting my time. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Sweet
You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've tried some time, and I'm dying to tell you. You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've realized, and I'm dying to tell you. You blow my mind.
Ladies and gents, we have moved on to the overpass. It is Elefantus Gigantus versus Supermen. This is the Telialigaen 2021 Spring Split. And as previously mentioned, it is the third round. We are still looking at Division 3, Group A. And I've done some math while we've been on break. Either team that wins this map will move up to tie with Zero and Gret for the first spot in the group, which means that there will be no sole leader of the group, at least not tonight. Supermen, they're looking to pick up the 9th round. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of a switch. Switch will come out. That means I need to do some jiggle-majiggle on the HUD. Let's see. HUD. Reverse the sides. Back we go. And there we go. That should have made it look alright. Ready has come out. We are waiting for the pistol round. Other than that, it is looking fantastic. Good first match. If we can get another map like that, I think we're going to be very happy. I think all of us enjoy watching a good CS. Alright, pistol round it is. We are on Superman's pick. They're managing to do an upset, picking up Gigantus' map pick. If we take a look at the buy, a couple of utility pieces for the terrorist side. Only one smoke and a kit on the CT side. Opting to go for that for B stack, and that might appear to be the right thing to do, because here comes the push straight in towards the B bomb site. Utility comes out all over the place. Haven't smoked off, but he can just move in front of it. Finds one. Looks for the second. Quota finds the second, though. Cryptic up towards the barrel. Finding two. Finds Quota. And N-Hop Sodom. Trading out DTG, though. It's all Cryptic at this point. Needs to go for a bomb plant, if anything. That being said, the flank is here. Kumba. Finds a shot, doesn't find any damage. There he goes to kill. Cryptic to go down. One on the ball for Superman, winning the pistol round yet again. No bomb. That's gonna probably result in an eco. No, it doesn't. Full deagle investment here for Elefantus Gigantus. Supermen, they're opting to go with quite a few FAMASs. Only one MP9 onto the N-Hop. Probably smart considering the guns they're going up against. The one tap over the deagle obviously being deadly, but also just a general spray down with the deagle. Very deadly indeed. Cryptic finding one for the T lineup. Thelheim has been trading out in the connector area though. Player advantage, Superman. Does survive the deagle spray down. Half HP though. Cool to go down. DTG or DTJ, depending on how you pronounce it, has managed picking up an M4 to his name. He's going to be flanking up around the long area. Does have the bomb in hand as well. That being said, I think getting onto the bomb site might be a bit more trickier than you would think. Quota also there, ready to help. We do see Cryptic moving up towards the toilet. Getting up towards the A-bomb side here. If they do get an initial frag, I definitely think you can see a plant go down, but it looks to be rough. Here comes the flash. Cryptic. He is close. Finds a frag onto Sodom. Looks for a second. Doesn't find it. Quota trading it down, but that should be bomb planted. It is indeed. That being said, though, they do clean house. Making sure that they get the guns they need. And Hope needs to at least find an M4 if he can. He does indeed. Quota looks to be going on a bit of a search party in search of a gun. Doesn't find it. At any rate, they do survive with 3 rifles. Well, the bomb has been planted, but I don't think we were going to see another force here. If they do, I think that's a bit foolish. No force indeed. Full eco. I was saying full eco. I do buy up a few pistols, nothing too fancy. The next round is going to be the important one. Already like Superman with full-on rifles. No lesser equipment here. It's all about, again, making these rounds flawless. Here comes the connector control. Kumba on the flank. What can he find? Finds one. Telialigaen finds one. He's got to survive. He doesn't. Kumba manages to find the frag though. Kumba actually finding two for his name. And the bomb has been, well, intercepted, one would say. TTG in a bit of a flanking position here. Can he find a frag or something? That should make it at least something worth it. Doesn't though. Enhop managing to survive with 1 HP. Alrighty. Nobody likes that. But we are going to be having the first full buy round here. Hogan again with the AWP for AKs. There's no AWP on the CT lineup. But both Quota and Kumba starting to build up somewhat of a bank. I doubt they will have any bank by the end of this round, regardless if they win or lose it though. Bomb dropped very far behind. Short control looks to be established. That nade is going to bounce back. That would have done quite a bit of damage if it actually threaded it. Bomb finally to be retrieved. Looks like B is going to be the end goal here at least. 4 players towards us as well as Guy and Connector. B definitely looks to be the end goal. Only 3 defenders. It's all about hitting those shots using the utility correctly. Kula. Well, he's going to leave Connector. TJ actually being wall bang from N-Hop. Already with a player deficit there. Supermen have those lineups ready. Quota goes aggressive, finds a frag onto Cryptic. Gigantus taking a bit too long here. They were expecting this Cola flank to have some impact, and so far it hasn't, but might find a frag here in Connector. Actually doesn't, just gets taken down. Soda finds one, looks for the second, doesn't find it, but does a lot of damage. Shibi to 12 HP, 9 HP. Bomb is under lock and key. Does have an AWP though. And again, Superman, they can't afford to make this expensive. N-Hop from the flank in water. Can he find the frag? So I'm going to come down to timing here. And that timing is for Quota. Shibi goes down. 4 on the board here. Superman looking very strong. Only losing 1 player as well. I was mentioning the bank starting to grow. Well, it's going to continue to do that. As the terrorist side looks to be going for another pistol low buy. They need to do more damage than they did last round with this low buy. They only did 1 player damage. That's not too much. If not, the city side will start to build a substantial bank. And at that point, the momentum switch looks further and further away. Kumba, I think you're going to have a bit of a hectic time coming up for you. A lot of team flashes going out in mid as well. Golem tries to bait. Kumba finds the first frag, finds the second, looks for more, finds no, doesn't find the third. Let's get taken down. That's a 1 player damage done. They still need a good 1 more at least. Daheim, he's in a bit of a lurking position here. Are they expecting him on this? That is the question. And does he have the trigger control to let 1 pass? Finds 1. Finds the second. Does he expect a 3rd one in the toilet? So far, no. He's going to swing it though. Finds the frag onto Hogan, and again, just this 1 player damage. That's not enough. I mean, granted they're not investing too much into the rounds, but for every round that goes unpunished, Supermen, they're going to start to invest into that bank. And by the end of the game, they're going to look like Switzerland, having all the money they want, nowhere to use it. Supermen though, 5 on the board. Looking very strong, but we did see this in the train as well. All of a sudden, Gigantus, they got a bit of momentum on the T side and things started to go their way, but it's about time where that needs to happen. We'll definitely need a good 6 or 7 rounds at least from the C or on the terror side. Trade's going in the favor of Supermen so far. Player lead, CT side. Shibi is lurking in the toilets, but not finding anything for his effort. Eno playing the cheeky angle in water. Just making sure all info to be gained. Telialigaen with the flank. Doesn't find a frag. Does find some info though. And again, Shibi is aggressive on the long toilet there. He's gonna have some form of info here. Or at least info that it's cleared, but Dahlheim's still in this connector area. They're gonna hear that smoke. The flash as well. Just holding the angle. Need to go out. That's gonna signalize that they're actually taking mid. Don't seem to be clearing out connector. Just wanting to hit the A site. Full investment into this round. Counter utility guy, Kumba. Gonna be swinging the AWP. So far nothing. So far one. Is he gonna swing again? Yes, he will. Finds the second. Takes off Shibi's head. And at this point, there's only one player left. He does find Dahlheim eventually, but Quota just swings wide. Trades him out. 6 on the board. Looking very dominant so far. Not giving Gigantus any way into the rounds. Now it's going to come down to Gigantus' next buy, which is not this one. So they're arguably giving up 7 here. Well, I think we've reached that critical point where they definitely need to start gaining some rounds, because at this point Supermen are just running away with it. Full A push. Comba finds one, looks for a second, finds a second. Dahlheim helps him out with 2. Only one player remaining at this point, and that is Shibi. Kumba holding the angle. This should be game over for Shibi. It actually doesn't, just hurts his shoulder, but 8 HP. That's going to reduce his impact somewhat. Dahlheim looks for it as well, finds it. Shibi goes down. 7 on the board. And ladies and gents, I think this is it. We need to see the momentum turn. And again, as I mentioned, CT's gone unpunished for quite a while here. NOP 11k, Dahlheim 8.6, Quota at almost 13, and Kumba at, well, one could just round it up to 10, I suppose. It's going to take a lot more than one round to turn the momentum here. And so far, Gigantus not even being close to finding a single round, let alone 2 or 3 in a row. Shibi finds Kumba. Kumba missing a shot. Rare occasion. Player lead Gigantus. So this is what they need. They find that first frag. It's all going to come down to execution. It's all going to come down to what they decide to do. We see Cryptic in the short area. Shibi finding Dahlheim. Dahlheim missing a spray. The A defender's just not working out this time. And this might just be... despite being a 7-0, this might just be a save for Supermen. There's no need to give them extra guns or extra money. It's all going to come down to the initial contact here. End up finds one. Doesn't find anything else. At this point, despite having money, I think a call should be made to just save at this point. No need to give away free guns and free utility, but that being said, Supermen gonna go for it. Cool, he's expecting the tank push. Finds the frag onto Soda. And Cool again with the kill onto Quota. Completely disagree with that call. You do have the money, but throwing away stuff doesn't work. And, well, especially, you're not going to hurt the T-side economy too much. You're going to make dents in it, don't get me wrong, but not to the same extent as CT side. But then again, what do I know? I am just a filthy scrub. Right. Kumba this time, can he hit his shot? He does. Shibi goes down. Shibi arguably won them the last round, but now put them on the back foot. Dahlheim sees the shadow, finds a frag. Hogan goes down. All of a sudden, two-player lead for Supermen. Not the start Gigantus wanted. And at this point, we can maybe see Supermen even take some risks here, looking for info. Full A control. Gigantus, they're just waiting, seeing if Superman gives them anything. So far, nothing. Sodom finds the frag onto Cryptic. Looks for the second, doesn't find it cool. Finds a trade. Dahlheim is low. Might play a role here. Then again, he's not a B defender, so far, not that important. And up just jump spotting. Quota's going to be playing the monster angle. Here comes the beat. They're just walking. So far nothing. End up just baiting. Quota finds one. And finds the second. DTG and Cooler both goes down. A bit of a messy spray in the first one. Second one being on point. Alright. We're probably going to see another buy from both sides. But 8 on the board. Superman already winning the half. Only 9 rounds into it. One could call this a very much uphill fight here for Gigantus. Not really finding anything at any rounds, pretty much. And the only exception being the one where Shibi finding those 2 initial frags. And again, the Terror lineup, they're just going towards this B bomb side. And oh, he didn't see him, did he? I don't think he saw him. Darling being in that corner. That might prove very important. So he's going to hear that connector push. Trigger control, scared that he would see him. Does take him down eventually. B side has been taken. Cryptic dropping up the bomb to hold the short. Swings wide, finds Sodom. And here comes the retake. We haven't seen too much of it. Shibi killing N-Hop. Hogan finding Dalam, and the retake pretty much dies before it even starts. Kumba should be retreating here, saving that up. Gigantus actually managing to find the frags they do need. Bit of a weird call for Superman, opting for a 1B hold, but they did have a player short, I suppose. Opting to go for a retake scenario, not working out. Flash being on point, Kula finding Kumba. 8-2-2. Well, the bank for Superman, 2 rounds in, has gone. No ops, 5 rifles. Momentum has started to switch. And at this point, we're going to see a bit of an adjustment here for Superman. Going triple aggressive mid. DKJ finding the legs. Doesn't find the frag. Sodom down to 17 HP, though. That nade's going to do some damage. A lot of control here for the A lineup, or the CT lineup. Might rotate down straight towards B, and at that point, that might be crucial. The question is the timing of this. Does Gigantus just go, or do they wait? If they wait, they're going to be risking a bit of a flank as well as a full stack onto B. Defensive monster smoke. Kumba. I think he's going to be the big target here. Oh, everyone knows you take the furthest away first. That's at least what I've been told. Anyway, managing to find those 2 frags. Quota finding one as well. Howen and DKJ gonna be the only survivors of that. Bomb has been somewhat secured here for Superman. Hogan finds the frag, finds the... So he doesn't find the second. DTJ finding the trade though. Sodom is down to 17 HP. This might start to get dicey. Both CT players have fell down into the monster itself. They're going to hear him scoping. Kumba finds the frag onto DTJ. On that round, going in their favor. 9 on the board. Did cost them quite a bit. Should be fine to buy this round at least. And the T economy is now dwindled its way back down. They do have a 2.9k loss bonus though. Should they lose this, that's not going to be too great. They're going to have 3 people with fairly low cash. Cryptic and Hogan probably going to be alright. The rest of them going to be very low. Kumba aggressive. Here's him. Swings, finds Shibi. That was only a deagle though. Still, player advantage towards Superman. Hogan does find Darlame into the connector area. Cryptic completely white, but finds Quota. At the same time, Sodom finds DTJ, but he gets traded out immediately. It's all going to come down to N-Hop. He's not expecting the guy above him. And that is him dead. Kumba with the AWP. Here's one player close. Expects probably one short and one monster. No uncommon setup. The question here is, does he actually go for any of this? He doesn't even have a kit. Drops that. That should be the clue. He knows there's one close. He's not expecting him in graffiti. Misses the bullet. Gets taken out. 3 on the board for Gigantus. They're going to be happy with that round. Losing a player early and then managing to retake it. That's very nice. CT economy in ruins. Going to be opting for Deagles. And then having a buy next round, I would imagine. Maybe even double. I actually don't know. Bit of a weird buy here. And Hop buying down to 1100. Quota down to 1400. Here comes the aggro monster. Sodom. Finds DPJ. Cool. Cool. Let's find that. Cool finds a second, but Dahlheim trades him out. All of a sudden, they pick up at least one gun for themselves. And Hop does get taken down. The trade not happening. Dahlheim opting to not take the fight at all. Does try to swing on a timing. Does get taken down. All up to Kumba. He's on A site. Maybe I'm just gambling that the T lineup think it's a stack, which it isn't. Does have a Kevlar piece. Could manage to pick up a gun, I suppose. So far though, Gigantus, they're going to be having the bomb planted. They're going to be happy. Them good days. Kumba misses the shot. Mill does find some damage. No kill. Actually, one kill on Shibi. In the air, tapped by Hogan. 4 on the board. Gigantus closing in that lead somewhat. A 9-6 half wouldn't be too shabby considering. Again, we see pistols being brought out by Supermen. They did do quite a lot of damage last round. One could argue, maybe with a bit of an extra Kevlar or two, could have won the round. Didn't though. Quick short here for Gigantus. Finding 1, finding 2. Only 1 remaining. And Hop finds some damage. Oh, timing. Here comes the short. Kuma finds 1. Kuma finds almost a second, but Dahlheim finishes him off. Dahlheim does have some health, doesn't have any guns though. He has a Kevlar piece. Looks for the frag, finds Shibi. All of a sudden, there is an AK for him to pick up. At 18 HP left to his name, might be worth to just save it. Get some extra utility pieces, maybe even able to drop over an AWP if he could in the next round, but it opts to not do that. Going for it instead. I think, again, this is just greedy. There's no need to do it. 18 HP, no kit. The chances of that being very, very low. Loses life. Cryptic finds the frag. 5 on the bullet for Gigantus. Here comes the buy. Kumba opting for the AWP. Oh, we do have a fairly decent buy. I'll grant them that. And Hop, though, doing a bit of a blunder. No Kevlar on him. Might see if that comes into play. Aim punch is going to be horrible. Kumba finds 1. TTG finds Sodom. A B defender already down. That's not great news. Quota off of the flank. Looks for 1. Finds 1. Looks for more. Doesn't fight it. Kula finds the trade. B once more under siege. DTJ finds Kumba. Kula finds N-Hop. The armor not really minding too much. Dahlheim at this point, there's no point not going for it. Last round. Bomb still not there. Holding the cross. Oh, misses the shot actually. Dahlheim does trade down from Shibi. Kobe. 9-6. Good half from either side. Supermen probably going to be a bit disappointed with the fact that they didn't get more rounds. Could have been a more dominant half. Gigantus, I think they're going to be happy with the turning of the tides, managing to pick up 6 rounds eventually. Slugfest it was, that is for sure. And up Sodom, as well as Shibi and DTG. They need to start picking up their slack, letting their team do all the work. Second half of the overpass. The winner of this map, again, managing to tie for the first in the group. It is still early seasons, but we do like to keep track of it. Pistol is coming out. No utility here for Superman. Looks to be a very, very quick connector push, but all CTs, they're countering this. 3 connector players. DTG, he's going to see them. It's all going to come down to the firepower at this point. Trade so far going in the favor of the CT. 2-2. Tight turn. DTG finds a frag and up finds a frag, and all of a sudden it's all up to Cryptic. He is on the long area. The question is, do they expect this after all that aggro towards mid? I would doubt it. It's going to come down to timing here. Cryptic. He is behind them, but needs to do a lot of damage. He needs to find 2 very quick frags, and the T side almost looks set up for it. They're just waiting for him. Quota dings, kills, 10 on the board, double digits. Superman pick up yet another pistol round. I think that's been a theme that's been very disturbing in this game. Superman winning all the pistols. But alas, it is 10 on the board. Gigantus, they're going to be opting for some Deagles 5.7s. Not fully investing, but they do need a double eco after this. They're not going to be buying in the next round, unless they win it. A lot of Mac 10s here. Might see a very quick push from Superman. Connector has been cleared. Short to be taken hit. Hogan, too many targets. Not a good enough gun. Cryptic. Finds a frag onto and Hop finds a frag onto Quota, but gets traded down eventually. Well, they do find 2 frags. They do lose an AK, but other than that, Superman, they're going to be happy with that. Picking up 11. My guess here is that we're going to see another eco from Gigantus. They don't have enough for head armor, which they would need because there's a lot of Mac 10s in the circulation on the T side here. So I'm looking for some early damage. Finds a lot of players at least. Info to be gained. Rotation going towards the B side. Pressure being applied from Connector and also from T-Spawn. That being said though, Quota's going to be holding that with an AK. Or a Galil rather. Kumba, he's very, very far up. Finds Shibi. Dahl and Quota finding 1 each. Hogan. Looks for a kill, finds it, and up. Kumba trying to spray it. Actually does quite a bit of damage. So far, only losing 1 player with a Mac 10. No with an AK. Oh, yeah, actually had an AK. Alright. Well, they did manage to pick it up again, so it doesn't really matter. Superman, gonna be happy with that. That's 12 on the board. Colin finding another frag, as well as Kumba finding the last one. Getting some extra cash, that's always nice. We probably should see some upgraded guns here. I don't think they should continue with the Mac 10s, but they might have a plan for it. I don't think necessarily, maybe just doing a straight up push might not be too wrong with it. They could still afford a quite decent buy should they lose this round fairly quickly. Put a lot of pressure onto the CT side, see if they break. That appears to be the plan here. A lot of B players very quickly. Whether this is a straight B push or a aggressive take somewhat. A lot of utility being used everywhere. Dahlin finding a frag, Hogan finding 1, Shibi finding 1, but Shibi being traded out by Quota. 3v3. Cooler finding 1 from the smoke. Southern goes down. Bomb is secured by the CT side. DTG is going to be ready in the connector control. Does miss the bullet. Need to go out, going to do some damage. Falls back. Player advantage here for Gigantus. Bomb again being secured by the CT side. That's rough. rotation to come down as well. At this point, it is a 2v3. No matter where they go. Kula looks for the fight, finds it, Kumba to go down, and at this point, there's only Quota left. Finds one, can he find more? Yes, finds the TJ, and Kula finding him eventually, but keep in mind, Supermen didn't really invest too much in the round. Granted, they upgraded a couple of AKs. They still had 2 Mac 10s, and they managed to take out 4 players from the CT lineup, and that is reflected in the buy here. We see a FAMAS, we see an MP9, we see an XM. A B push here could be very deadly. Well, it could be deadly in the sense of an XM being very deadly. It's 5 AKs, rifles. Looks to be pressure towards mid or long, maybe. Making sure those AKs work their distance. I like the idea from Superman. I think that's a very smart way to play those 2 rounds, but it's still all about the execution here. DTJ has that up. T-side's not swinging though. And hop behind the door. Finds the frag onto Shibi. Player advantage once more, Superman. All in close, finds Kula. DTJ, there's the op. They now have full info. The question is, how do they react to this? Smokes are going out. Flashes are going out. Looks to be cornering him. They are going to be funneling into an ult, though. Rotation to come up. That's going to be Hogan with the XM. He needs to get up close personal. He's playing truck. If anyone pushes the truck, they're going to be dead. DTJ finds one. Does get traded down. XM looking the wrong way. Hogan does find a frag for it, but does go down. Cryptic. Only with a FAMAS. Bomb to go down. 2v1. Oh, that's looking rough here for Cryptic. Very rough indeed. No kit either. There might be one on site he can pick up, but not in his inventory. And, well, he does go down. 13-7. Money in ruins for Gigantus here. Superman, they played those 2 rounds to perfection. Buying up what they could, not upgrading. Pushing B, finding 4 kills before eventually going down. Still managing to buy fully the next round and then just trading their way out. Looking very strong. Gigantus with a very, very, very shoddy buy. Long has been taken. They want to utilize that AK range. Oh, they're looking to trap the team player here. They do. N-hop. He does find the info, and that's going to pull full rotations into A site. The take is underway. They do pick up an AK, but at this point they've given up sight. Retaking with just pistols. I mean, it's doable. They do have an AK to help themselves out as well. Initial trades. Sodom finds one at least. Cooler goes down. Fight so far going in the favor of the T side. Push. Dollar finds one. Only 1 player left. And that is Hohen with the AK. He finds Sodom at this point. Kumba with the P250 finishing the job. Hogan goes down. 14 on the ball for Superman. Elefantus, they didn't, or Gigantus rather, they didn't invest too heavily in that round. That's fair enough, but at this point they need to win the rounds. They can't just chip away at the economy. Again, it's the T economy. You will chip it, but they're going to be fine for a while at least. Full buy hit. Still an AWP on Kumba. Looks like Monster is the threat here. Oh, Molly 2 just not work. Here comes the push. Gigantus, how do you deal with this? Kula deals with it with a flash in his hand. He gets just absolutely obliterated. N-hop finding one, Sodom finding the trade, and all of a sudden P-bomb site is just not there anymore. Shibi finds one off the flank. But is it too much too late? Sodom, 11 HP, playing the headshot angle, finding the frag onto DKG. At this point, it's only Shibi left, and of these. Do you go for it? Do you not? I mean, there's the low player 1v3. It's not impossible. The chances are low, and here comes the flank. You're dead. 15 on the bullet for Supermen, looking for the magical number 16 match point. Elefantus, Gigantus, they didn't really show that much here on the overpass. Train looked very strong, but that was their pick. On overpass, they've just never managed to make it click, both on their T side and their CT side. T side, they took too long to realize how to counter it. CT side, they're just not making it work as of now. It is a full buy all they can muster kind of thing. So far, though, looks like to be a mid-control play here. Sodom leading the charge, taking a scout shot and the second one to his good old chest. Quota finds TTG. Equalizing the number. Quota is definitely on 4 HP though, so that's risky. We see a bit of a big boom right there. That's nice. Kumba finds Shibi. At this point, I think A might be the target. Dalim and his mate just clearing along here. The rotations have started, but they're shift rotations. They're doing it slowly. The question is, will they be able to get on site, or is there as far as they're going to get? Because here comes the push, and the push comes rather quickly. Cryptic opting to go for the bank. I think he's spending too much time. The push is here. Hogan is on site, gets taken down though. Quota, 4 HP. The smoke off. Cooler with the big boom. Looks for one, looks for the second. The spray down is there. 16 on the board. Supermen win the match. They take both maps, and they will tie Zero and Grab for the first spot in the group, making a big lead up the leaderboards. GG, well played to both teams. Thank you all for watching, and until the next cast, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.